screaming the whole time. And my bus driver, his last name was Mr. Young. He had these big old bionic hearing aids and big old pop bottle glasses. He couldn't see or hear nothing. He didn't even know this kid was running around. He'd be up on the school bus. He'd be driving on the wrong side of the road sometimes. Like, Mr. Young, you're on the wrong side of the road. He's like, huh? He's like, I want to write y'all up for sassing me and all this mess. I used to get in trouble on the school bus all the time. I never did anything wrong. There was one time I almost went up and grabbed the steering wheel. There was a semi. We were coming right at him. Oh, man, he was like, driving along. Here's a cop. Ah! Run back towards the school bus. Hey, there's these people on the school bus one time, and they said, we went off at Bud's Country Corner. And Mr. Young says, y'all ain't getting off at Bud's Country Corner. And so old dude takes his elbow and breaks a window out. He says, I went off at Bud's Country Corner. And he said, boy, you're going to get expelled busting that window out. He busted out another one. He said, if you don't let me off at Bud's Country Corner, I'm going to break every window out of the school bus.
Is that bad?
And he just started going down through there with his elbow, breaking the windows out the school bus. And you know what?
He's in prison right now.
They let him off at Bud's. Yeah. They gave him Bud's Country Corner. They let us all off at Bud's, actually. They said, oh, y'all get off the school bus. Anyway, let's fast forward about 7 years after that. That's why I was like, that was about 1988 when that went down. I was like 5 years old. I still remember it, though. All right. So, that was on old 42 or 48. Those school bus went the straight ship to the floor. Bus driver had to be up there shifting gears. Yeah. All right. So here you go, folks. Kyle, run up and down. Well, one day Kyle just gets real quiet. We think he's died. This kid has died. This went on for months like this. Back and forth on the school bus. Ah! Y'all got any annoying kids ride the bus with y'all like that?
Yes.
Listen, you can take a book bag full of books and get it in the hammer throw position. You know what I'm talking about? We used to take these book bags and get to whooping them around. Whenever that kid would come by, we just hit him as hard as we could. It would just knock him. It just knocked him back, and he would just like start laughing more. You couldn't hurt the kid. I think you could have shot him in the gut with an atomic bomb. He would have just laughed about it. It was weird. This kid had problems.
Where's he now?
Prison.
Hold on.
Psych ward.
All right.
In a straitjacket.
No.
In a padded cell.
The kid's quiet. We think he's died. And so we all kind of creep up there because nobody want to be around Kyle. He spit. Man, weird little kid. We go up there. All right, here's the bus seats, all right? Here's the seat. You know that big area where the emergency exit is?
Yeah. Maybe.
Well, this school bus didn't have that. It was before they didn't start putting those in until like later. And but there's a big old heat register right there for heat for the bus. You know how they get the heat along the floor? We get to smelling something. What is that? We creep up there, and this kid is pooping on the bus. Poops on the heater. And I'm not talking about rabbit pellet type poop. I'm not talking about turds. I'm talking, this kid had explosive diarrhea on the heater of this bus. And I'm not kidding. It got on that heater, and that heater was real hot. It was bubbling. I said, oh my gosh. The little kid takes his shirt off, wipes, throws his shirt down, gets home, and Mr. Young's like, Kyle, where did your shirt go? He's like, ah! And runs off the school bus.
Did he ever get in trouble?
I don't think Mr. Young ever figured it out. I'll tell you another good one. Used to these rooms, when I went to school here, I'm not that much older than you all, 10, 12, 13 years. All these rooms, these did not exist. These air conditioning heating units did not exist. And right out here was a parking lot. This was the teacher parking lot right here. It's all grass now on this slope. And you drove in between the two schools, trade school, this school, and all the teachers parked back there. The seniors parked in this lot, the juniors parked down there.
I think that was when my dad was here.
It was like that when I was here, okay? But there was parking lot. In fact, I parked right by this window. This was a parking place right here. Can't even tell it now. Well, let's get back to the heaters. They remodeled the school after I graduated. These heaters, you could pick up the top. All right, and the fans and stuff were in there. And we had this teacher, and a lot of people, you know, they had trouble with him and stuff. And these guys got real mean. And they took, and this one kid brought a bologna sandwich every day in his lunch. His mama made it for him. He liked to cut in half triangle stuff. All right. Well, he saves up his bologna sandwiches in his locker down here for a long time. I'm talking all school year. And it gets about time for the air conditioner to be kicking on, and he threw all them bologna sandwiches down in that heater. It was terrible. It was so bad that all the 3 rooms right there all had to evacuate. It was terrible. Yeah.
Was it
So what
moldy?
was your point of the story about the college, and when he actually wanted to get older, well, how come he got older?
Oh, I actually had him in class 3 years ago, 4
What's
years
his
ago.
last name?
I'm not going to. But he's actually doing real good now in college. I didn't know Kyle. I didn't know it was the same Kyle because I hadn't seen him in a long time. And I told that story. And he was in my class. And he came up to me. He said, "Jeremy, you know, I was that boy named Kyle on the school bus." I said, "I'm sorry." He said, "It's all right." He said, "I was a bad little kid." I said, "Well, you remember taking a poop on the bus?" He's like, "Yeah." He said, "I did it 5 or 6 times." I said, "Oh my gosh." He said, "Yeah, I used to crack the little emergency window and pee out the window." I said, "Oh my gosh." Oh man, when I played football out here,
Oh, that's a good one.
we got in trouble
You know,
at a ball game. We beat Paducah Tillman